Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. This video specifically is going to be about how to do your eyebrows. This is an eyebrow tutorial. You know, we all have different kind of ways to do our brows. Everyone has their own special way, but I'm going to show you how I do my brows, right? This is a continuation off of one of my other tutorials, so if you haven't seen my previous tutorial, please check that out on my channel. It should be right above this one or right below it, wherever you're looking at it. But if not, just go straight to my channel. I have plenty of time to give y'all on tutorials right now, okay? But let's get into the brows. Okay, so first of all, when you're doing your brows, you can do it amongst many types of ways, but I personally love a pencil. I'm a pencil girl. I do like pomade as well, but I don't like to do my brow fully with pomade. But the first thing that I do is, you can see, I like to brush my eyebrow hairs up and through, just so like they kind of have the shape that I'm looking for with my natural brow, just so they're in place the way I like them. I usually like to use the eyebrow gel as well, like a setter, before I start to fill in, but I currently don't have mine. I ran out, so we're gonna do this brow tutorial without it, but I will put up an updated one with how that looks versus this. But yeah, so the first thing I like to do is outline the tail end of my brows. So I already did this one. I'm gonna show you how I do it on this eyebrow. So I personally don't overdraw my eyebrows, just because I kind of already like the shape of my eyebrows and how like their thickness. I already personally like my thickness of my eyebrow and stuff like that, but all I really want to do is fill it in. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just outlining the natural shape of my eyebrow, and then I'm going to then fill it in. You don't want to go too well. Even if you do go too far out, you can always just shape it up with concealer. You know, that's why I personally do my brows first, because I like things to be a certain kind of way, you know, very, you know, precise, and have, like, you know, a uniform look. That's just me. But yeah, so I like to just go ahead and fill that in just like this. Now, if you're looking for like a specific product that you want to try out, I'm using Spiked Beauty's eyebrow pencil. I like this eyebrow pencil because it comes with a spoolie on the end, and also it comes with a sharpener. So really, I like this, and it's a good color. It matches my brows personally. It's not too dark, it's not too light, and I like the consistency and formula of the pencil itself. So for the next step, when I'm filling in my brows, I want to do some small stroke like hairs in the front, just to fill in any, you know, spaces that I have there with my natural brows. You see, it kind of just gives that, you know, natural, but it's still, I know it's makeup, you know. I'm not a feathered brow girl, but I also don't want a heavy dark brow, which is why I would say you should definitely go with a dark brown pencil or brown pencil, depending on your skin tone and your own hair color. But I don't want it to be too dark. It's like, we're not trying to be like Morticia Adams, you know. Unless you are, then that's your tea, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about me. I'm just talking about me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, stroke like hairs in the front. Now, after you do the stroke like hairs that I was talking about, if you feel like any part of your brow is a little too dark for you or anything like that, you can use your spoolie to just brush through that pigment, and it will lighten it for you just slightly. That's why you don't want to put too much at the beginning, just because, you know, yes, you can take some off, but you know, it's easier to just add rather than take away. So I just brush them through just to keep my brow hairs still naturally, you know, in place, and just to look really uniform. You see, so like our brows are filled in, like it's giving brow, you know what I'm saying? But now, for us to give that real nice look, we want to conceal. And that's the next step. Now, if you want your brows darker than this, by all means, do a pomade. By all means, do a pomade. But we're not doing that over here. Okay, we doing pencil today. It's a pencil type of game today. Now, when you're concealing your brow, you want to use a either round or flat thin brush. You don't want anything too thick because you don't want to accidentally, you know, go into your eyebrow or anything like that. You want something that's very controlled. So this brush itself is from Spike Beauty as well. This is part of their brush bundle if you want to get those brushes. And for concealer, I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating concealer, camel concealer, the satin finish, and this is the shade Deep Cinnamon. So now I'm gonna go under my brow just a little bit with that concealer. Just a little bit. You don't want to start too high up and then you've gone into your brow. You kind of want to start a little bit lower and then work your way upwards with that brush. Which you're really just cleaning up the brow, like that out. Remember when we outlined our brows? We're going under that outline to just clean up whatever, you know, things that we went over in, or if you just want something more crisp, you want more crisp lines, this is what your concealer does for you. Okay, now see, this is how our brow looks, all nice and concealed and put together. If you see spots in your brow where you're like, well, this part could be a little darker or whatever, you can just add. This is what I mean by add less at the beginning, because you're going to possibly add more later. Just because once this is done, you can kind of see where you want to change things up at, right? So this is kind of how I like my brows. I also conceal the top of my brow the same way that I showed you guys how to conceal the bottom. Now, when it comes to brows, your brows are not supposed to be twins. I don't know who keeps telling people this. They're not supposed to be twins. They're supposed to be sisters from the same parents, okay? From the same parents. Let me take that how you please. Sisters from the same two parents, okay? Because they ain't supposed to be identical. Because no brows are identical. Your natural brows are not identical. My natural brows are not identical. Nobody's natural brows are identical, because 9 times out of 10 you don't have a symmetrical face. No one's face is fully I mean, not no one, but majority of people, majority of you guys don't have a symmetrical face. And that's not to say there's something wrong with that, but let's be realistic, you know what I'm saying? So stop trying to make y'all faces different when they are. I feel like the only point of this is to enhance. Make them look how they supposed to look, but, you know, do a little razzle dazzle. That's just me though. You know, do whatever you want. It's your life. I'm just saying. I'll make mine twins. They sisters. Now watch how they look good together regardless. Okay, so now that we've concealed both brows, what I want y'all to start doing is just leaving it like this. Because, not saying this don't, no, it don't look good. I'm sorry. Please, stop leaving it like this. Y'all need to blend out all of this concealer. Like, this is too much concealer that y'all just leaving on the face. Like, when you put the concealer in between your brows, I need you to blend that concealer into the brow. Like, don't just leave, like, this space right here. You see this blank space of brow? Y'all need to blend that concealer into this so it's more natural looking. Like, y'all see the difference. I don't even gotta ask. But, like, y'all concealer is not supposed to be sitting on your eyebrows like that. It's not giving what you think it's giving, babes. But it's just not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but not sorry. I feel like I gotta tell y'all. Somebody has to say it. Somebody. Because I'm tired of seeing the blended concealer. The unblended concealer drives me insane. Because we was almost there. Like, this was the last step. You had one last step and you didn't do it. I don't like that. I don't like that for you. I don't like that for us. Let's just blend the concealer out, and then look. And then once you add the full face, then boom. Okay, don't fight me, because this is the finished look with the brows and everything all put together, you know? But I forgot to only show you guys the closing ending of me only doing the face with the brows. But if you want to check out this video of me completing this look with the tutorial, please look at my next video.